mentioned before that I have a perception problem. So what does that look like? I could wake up in the morning and before I open my eyes, I think it's all doomsday material. You know, I should probably just eat a gun, jump off a cliff, whatever. And that's before I open my eyes. It's taken me a really long time of practicing, you know, a spiritual program and other practical things to become aware that I can change that perception. Um, you know, I think about it like I wake up in the morning and I have a helmet on my head. And sometimes, you know, the helmet's got two eyes, you know, I can see through it, but sometimes that helmet's like cockeyed, and I wake up and I forget that I can see, and I can only look out. Sometimes I can't see at all because it's reversed. Sometimes I'm looking out of one eye, and I wake up and I forget, depending on how much time it takes me to engage my body where I'm at, the whole deal, I forget that I'm wearing a helmet, and I'll knock into things, or I'm just confused and I'm pissed off because I can't see, or I'm only seeing through one eye, or whatever the, you know, you want to paint that picture to be. But once I realize that I have an opportunity to shift my perspective and get in alignment with whatever you want to believe, the universe, God, myself, then the whole thing begins to change. I begin to have a little bit of power. Not like I can control people, but I have power over what I'm thinking about. And it took me a really long time to accept the idea that I can change my perception. That on some level, I'm doing this to myself. You know, I'm thinking this way, I'm telling this story, whatever. And I'll talk about other stuff like that. You know, I had a friend, my friend Matt, years ago, used to have on his mirror, "You're doing this to yourself." So every time I would look at his mirror, if I was over his house or something, actually I was house sitting at one point, and that's where I noticed it. Just every time I would go in the bathroom in the morning, I would say, "Oh, you're doing this to yourself." And I was like, holy shit, you're right. Like, from the way I talk to myself, the way I think, all of that, I am just telling myself this story. So when I wake up in the morning, if I adjust my perceptor, I can hopefully align myself for a better day. I mean, it's the small things.